So, Uddiyana Bandha. I wanted to teach you about the bandhas. I need to keep an eye on time for EFT though. Yeah, I think I might do that. Do that and then we'll come down to the floor, yeah. So, Uddiyana Bandha is a very, very powerful bandha. The bandhas are energy locks. They're muscular locks that serve as energy locks, and they help control our energy. And I'm talking kind of subtle energy and kind of spiritual energy, I suppose, as well as kind of the more basic energy. But it helps us to control it so that it doesn't get dissipated all over the place. And the muscle action, the muscular action that Uddiyana Bandha requires has many, many benefits. It massages the internal organs. It kind of activates and engages, you know, the brain in our belly, you know, our belly brain, when it activates that side of our system. So it's great for digestion, relieving constipation, liver trouble, that kind of thing. It tones up the nerves in this region. It will improve our posture dramatically if we practice it regularly. But it has a massive effect on the nervous system. It tones and rebalances the sympathetic nervous system, the stress side. But it also has an effect on the adrenal glands. So it removes lethargy and it really helps with depression in particular. And it's quite straightforward, but it's quite subtle. So I'm going to show you the best way of doing it. So if I just show you first. Now, ideally, I should be showing you with a bare stomach, or I won't subject you to that, because what it gets is your stomach kind of sucks up and back and into itself a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of see that action. So that's kind of the action. So I want you to all get a little bit of a taste of this to begin with. So before I show you, just take a wide stance, not as wide as warrior, so just comfortably wide, yeah, comfortably wide. And we're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out a full deep exhale. And at the same time, we're going to fold forwards and we're going to just bring the hands onto the legs. And at the end of the exhale, I want to see if you can feel like a contraction of the abdominal area as you do it. Okay, so I'll guide you through it. So breathe in nice and deeply. And as you breathe out, fold forwards, full deep exhale, 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 exhale. Take your hands onto your legs, full deep exhale. Keep the head loose, look down. And at the end of the exhale, see if you can feel a contraction of the tummy. Breathe in and come up. Just do that a couple of times. Okay. You don't overdo it to make yourself lightheaded or anything like that. So do it again. So breathe in. And then breathe out. Breathe out through your mouth. That will help too. Hands onto the legs. Keep the head loose. And right at the end of it, if you've breathed out really fully, you can notice a contraction. Breathe in, bend in the knees to come up. I don't know if anybody managed to feel that. Did anybody? Or did you struggle? Struggle a bit. It's quite subtle. It's quite subtle. So this time what we're going to do is very similar. I'm going to show you. So we're going to breathe in and a full deep exhale through the mouth. And we're going to take the hands onto the legs so that the fingers are on the outside and the hands are on the thighs like this. The arms are really straight. So I'm just showing you first. I'm just going to show you first, right? So full deep exhale. And then right at the end of the exhale, we just straighten our legs very slightly and contract, so the tummy contracts up. So we straighten our legs and we expand our chest and we just let the tummy contract up and inwards. It's called the upward flying bandha. So full deep exhale, palms of the hands on the thighs, the hands face outwards or down, the arms are completely straight, full deep exhale, so the abdominal area contracts a little bit. We bend the head forwards and down. We expand the chest and just straighten the legs a little bit so that the tummy sucks up and back. Okay, it's very subtle. So we'll see if we get the hang of it. Don't worry if you don't. Okay, so legs comfortably wide. We'll have a couple of goes just to see if you can start to get the hang of it. Full, a nice inhale, and then full deep exhale through the mouth, fold forwards, hands onto the legs. Keep the arms really straight. The head looks down, the chin comes towards the chest. And then just start to expand the chest as long as you've fully exhaled and straighten the legs just a little bit so that the tummy just sucks up and inwards. The back, the arms are straight. And when you're ready to breathe in, just soften the belly, expand the chest and breathe in to come up. Okay, so we retain the exhale. When we're down here, we don't breathe in. We just retain the exhale, so we might not hold it for very long. So we just, is anyone getting this, or is it all a bit? Yeah. I mean, this is the picture. That's a proper yogi doing it. You know, the tummy sucks in. My tummy doesn't look like that, but yeah, goes in and up. Yes, like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like you've got the hang of it. Kind of like that. That's what somebody who really knows how to do it, doing it looks like. So it kind of like sucks the tummy in and up. I don't know. Like that.
Are you pulling your tummy muscles in there? What you do?
You can pull the tummy muscles in. There's an automatic contraction, but you can pull them in a little bit as well. So even if you're just getting a subtle sense of it. Yeah. Okay, so if we all want to have a go, so stand up nice and tall. Kind of like sucking. That's somebody who's like loads of practice, you know. So sucking up and back, yeah? So you can use a little bit of, if you're doing it right, over time, the abdominal muscles contract themselves, but you can use a little bit of help, you know, you can contract them a little bit to fully exhale. So breathe in, breathe out, fold forwards and exhale through the mouth, hands onto the legs, nice straight arms, full deep exhale, contract the tummy muscles at the end of the exhale, head is low, looking at the floor, and then expand the chest, straighten your legs a little bit, and feel the tummy sucking up and inwards. And then breathe out, release the chest, bend the knees, and lift up on an in-breath. So we're only holding it for a comfortable length of time for us. We're not overdoing it. Okay. You what? Yeah, it sounds like you've really got that. Yeah, it sounds like you've really got it there. You know, it's a bit of an advanced practice in some ways. I mean, the people who've approved this course said I'm okay to teach it in this class, particularly because it's so good for depression. But, you know, you may not have got as much of a hang of it, but you may have got a subtle sense of it. So, all right, so come down to the floor. And just have the legs wide. Yeah, just don't worry about your mats. Yeah, whatever way suits you, because we're only doing a couple of things. So yeah. So legs nice and wide. Sit on the seat bones. Remember, if you're struggling to have a nice straight back, you can sit on a block with this. So do that if you need to. And bring your hands in front of you. Interlace the fingers. And just fold forwards and stretch out. And then as you breathe in, sweep your hands around to your right foot and breathe out and draw back. So you just take the back backwards, that's it. And then take it to your left foot, breathe in, sweep around to your right. Breathe out and back and across. Breathe in, sweep around. Hold and breathe out. And just keep that going. So you're breathing in as you sweep around to your right foot. Breathe out and down. Breathe in and across. Breathe out down to your left foot. Breathing in, sweep around to your right. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in. And then come to center. Okay. You can bend the knees if you need to, or you can sit on a block. You're doing great. Fold forwards a little bit, tight hamstrings, yep. Breathe into your left foot. Hold and then draw back and out to the right. Breathe in, sweep it to your left. Hold and draw back to the right. Breathe in, sweep it to the left. Twice more. So try and draw back so you do take your back, using the strength in the abdominal muscles. And then once more, sweeping around to the right and come back to centre. Just release the arms. Okay, bring the legs together. So, just get a comfortable cross-legged posture. And just to counteract that forward bend, just take your hands behind you, somewhere comfortable, and we're just going to do a little back bend. So squeeze the shoulder blades together and breathe in, lift the chest, lift your head just to look up a little bit, and breathe out and release, and just do that twice more. So just a slight back bend to counteract that forward bend as a counter pose. That's it, breathe out and release. And once more, 3 times. So we're going to practice Nadi Shodhana, which is on your CD. So this is nostril balancing breath. We talked about left and right nostrils, do you remember, a few weeks back? And we talked about how the left and right nostrils touch into the opposite hemispheres of the brain. So we're going to do the full Nadi Shodhana practice, which is going to be your homework as well. Nadi Shodhana means alternate nostril breathing. So we're breathing through alternate nostrils. So get comfortable, and we're going to do this for just a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do the EFT. So you have to forego your relaxation today, if that's all right. Sorry about that, but you can practice it loads at home, can't you? So sit comfortable, cross-legged, or straight-legged, or kneeling, or in a chair. And just have your hands resting on the knees. And just connect to your own breath. So notice where your breath is in your body. Taking the breath down into the belly. Feel the effects of abdominal breathing, but also taking that breath and filling the chest cavity too. But the belly is the one that's moving first. Now we're going to begin the practice of Nadi Shodhana. And to do that, if everyone can just practice this now, you need your 2 fingers here. Just put them on your forehead. Okay. An alternate way of doing that is just to tuck them away. If you don't like the fingers blocking your view, there is an alternate way. And your thumb, just have your thumb sticking out. Have it just stuck out to the side. And then your last little finger and ring finger just out to the side as well. So just take your thumb and close off your right nostril. Most of you are right-handed. If you're left-handed, your thumb will be, you'll need to use your fingers to close off your right nostril. But if everyone can close off their right nostril with thumb or fingers. And just breathe in and out through your left. We'll do 7 breaths here. You may notice, like me, because I'm in teaching mode at the minute, so my right nostril is really wide open, my left nostril is really blocked, because I'm in kind of left brain active, logical mode. So if you notice that your left nostril is very blocked, just take it slowly, keeping the breath of equal consistency and equal length in and out. 7 breaths in total. Then when you finish 7 breaths, just release the hand. If you're feeling uncomfortable with the fingers blocking the view, you can simply use the thumb and other fingers like this. So kind of tuck those out the way and use them like that. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. So this time we're going to block off the left nostril. So whatever you're doing with your hands, block off your left nostril. And begin to breathe in and out 7 times through your right. You may notice that this nostril is more blocked than the other one. Remember when we talked about this, the body swaps over every so often. Quite often with anxiety, our left nostril is more blocked more of the time than it should be. And with depression, our right nostril is more blocked more of the time than it should be. So this practice balances the breath. 7 breaths. When you finish, just lower your hands. And either close your eyes or just have your head looking down. And just take a few normal breaths. So, your homework is Nadi Shodhana, but I have forgotten this actually. Don't do it. So, point 2 on your homework, and everyone's going to do it now, because that's the first thing you shouldn't tell a child. Don't walk on that curb. And that's what they do, isn't it? So it's up to you. But I'm teaching you Nadi Shodhana in stages, and what I've given you on the CD is a full practice. So you can practice it if you want, but my tutor, who's vetted this course, has said don't give them the full practice straight away, and I've forgotten to do the more simple one. Okay, so if you're happy to do, ignore point 2 on this week's homework and continue with coherent breathing. All right. Right, so EFT. We've got 10 minutes. I may go over by a few minutes, you know what I'm like, so if that's all right with everyone. So, have I got all the dots? And then that one out. So can you remember all the dots, all the points? So if we just each want to touch the points, right? So remember 2 fingers, so just touch that point so you know where it is. That point, right on the edge of the bony bit there. And then that point, just right on the edge of that bony bit. That point, just right underneath the nose. That point here. Because these, they're called the acupressure points, the small points on the meridian, they're quite small. So with 2 fingers, you see, we've got much more likelihood of tapping the right spot. And then here. So this is the one just below the collarbone. Right, it's not the tender spot's elsewhere. So it's the one it's right below your bony collarbone. And if you can really press into that, you've got the first rib there as well. And then your other spot is underneath your, put it on the wrong side, haven't I? Can't reach that side with that arm. So, a bit easier for ladies. So it's right on the side of the ribs, right in the middle of the bra strap really, but otherwise 4 inches below. And then we come on to the fingers. So outside of the thumb, just right on the edge of the nail, so the lateral edge is the radial edge of the nail, so the part closest to your body. Then the first finger, that right on that bit there, right on the edge of the nail. Middle finger, we leave the ring finger out. You can tap it, but it's just not as effective, and I'm saving time. And then the little finger. And then the karate chop point, so right there in the middle of the hand. No, it's no other reason other than it's not a stronger meridian point, and it's just to save time. You can tap it if you want. So if you really want to tap it, you can tap it, yeah. That's the only reason. And then there, so it's optional, I suppose, is the answer. Right, and then the final thing we're going to do is on the gamut point. So put it on the other hand. So it's that point between those 2 bones of the fingers there. Okay, so that's the final point, right? So everyone's got the points. So we're not going to all speak it out loud, our problem, but if you're happy to kind of, you can either speak it silently in your head, your problem statement, or just softly under your breath, because it is a bit more effective if you can say it out loud, kind of speak it out into the world a little bit. So you can either just softly say it under your breath or just speak it in your head. So you've got to think of your problem. So think of your problem. You know, I'm afraid of public speaking. I feel disgusted with myself. I'm so worried all the time. Whatever your problem is. Okay, so bring that to mind now, and you need to formulate your statement. So even though problem statement, I deeply and completely accept myself. So just get that kind of written out in your head. Even though I have no confidence in myself at all, I deeply and completely accept myself. So that's mine. You need to work out yours. Even though I deeply and completely accept myself. Get your statement ready. And what we're going to do is find this tender spot. Remember this first tender spot that we talked about, remember? Hand underneath the arm, thumb on this spot. So it's this point here. Get your 2 fingers and just get them ready on that point. And we're going to repeat the statement, either just underneath our breath or quietly. Repeat your statement 3 times whilst you continuously rub this area. Just rub it gently up and down or round and round. Repeat your statement 3 times. Even though I have no confidence in myself, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have no confidence in myself, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have no confidence in myself, I deeply and completely accept myself. And then just release that sore point. Now you need a shortened version of your statement. So mine might be no confidence in myself, no confidence in myself, okay? And short version of your statement is just a reminder phrase, just a shortcut phrase. So bring that to mind now and we're going to begin the tapping. So you have to keep that phrase in mind, but count 7 taps on each point. So get your fingers ready on the first point. Reminder phrase, no confidence in myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that reminder phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reminder phrase. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reminder phrase. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reminder phrase into the chin. So just work in your own time, 7 times each time. And then find the next point. Reminder phrase. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this point, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that reminder phrase in mind. And then coming on to the hands, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reminder phrase, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reminder phrase, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip or do the middle finger, the ring finger, 5, 6, 7. And then the karate chop point. So that point on the side of the hand, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your phrase. And then we're going to continually tap the gamut point. Keep your reminder phrase in mind and close your eyes. Get your fingers on this gamut point and just start to continually tap it. Close your eyes. Keep your reminder phrase in mind, just continually tapping this point on your hand. That's it, just keep that reminder phrase in mind. Then open your eyes and look down, sharp right, without moving your head. Sharp right, move your eyes, sharp right, without moving your head. And then move them sharp left. Straight down, sharp left. Keep the reminder phrase in mind. Keep tapping this point. And then bring your eyes to center. And move your eyes in a wide circle clockwise. So go to the left, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, all the way up slowly in a big wide circle. Keep tapping that point. Keep that phrase in mind. Move your eyes round in a big wide circle clockwise. And then all the way down to 6 o'clock again. Keep tapping that point, keep your reminder phrase in mind, keep your eyes at 6 o'clock, keep your head steady. And then turn your eyes the opposite way in a big wide circle. All the way around in a big wide circle. So you're making a big wide circle with your eyes all the way up to 12 o'clock, all the way back round 9 o'clock and back down to 6 o'clock. And then close your eyes and hum your favourite song. Keep tapping this point. Just hum your favourite song in your head or out loud. Just hum it for a few seconds and then stop humming, keep tapping and count rapidly from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hum your song again. Hum your favourite song in your head. Hum it a couple of times. couple of seconds. And then just stop the tapping. Bring your hands somewhere comfortable and just rest easy. Just adjust yourself for comfort. We're going to just do that once more. The one thing I forgot to ask you was to scale your problem at the beginning, you know, whether it was a 7 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, but maybe you've got a bit of an idea of that. Okay, so just get comfortable. So we know what we're doing. So this gamut point, closing the eyes, and then sharp right, really looking down, sharp right, and then looking sharp left, keeping tapping all the time, and then we close the eyes, and then we move them in a big wide circle without moving the head. So it's just the eyes, big wide circle, then big wide circle again, and then we close the eyes and hum our song. Stop, count rapidly 1 to 5, and then hum again. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that gamut point. Okay. Right, so sometimes if the sequence gets a little bit out, there's no problem, you know, it's not, there's only 2 things right at the end that we need to keep in sequence, which I've done. So your full phrase, just bring to mind your full phrase. Even though I have no confidence in myself, I deeply and completely accept myself. So bring that phrase to mind. And then 2 fingers just ready on the tender spot. Okay, so eyes closed or eyes open. So even though, and repeat it 3 times and just keep rubbing this tender spot. Round and round or up and down, but repeat that full phrase 3 times. Okay, when you finish that, we're going to begin with the short phrase. So bring the short phrase to mind, and then we do the tapping. Short phrase, tap 7 times. First point. 2, 3, 4. Second point. Third point. Doesn't matter if you do more, it's just a time frame really. And then the point beneath the nose, like that short phrase in mind, and the chin. And then the collarbone. And then under the arm. 7 times each time, then the thumb, short phrase in mind. Index finger. Middle finger, ring finger, short phrase in mind, karate chop point. And then just start tapping your gamut point, this point on the back of the hand, continuously. Close your eyes. Then open them again. Sharp right, without moving the head, sharp right, the eyes down. And then sharp left, look hard left. Hold the head steady, keep your phrase in mind. And then close your eyes. Open them, drop them down to the 6 o'clock position and roll them in a big circle clockwise. Keep that phrase in mind, keep tapping the point, you're not counting, just tapping. All the way down to 6 o'clock. And then all the way round the other way, phrase in mind. And then close your eyes and hum your favourite song. A couple of seconds, just hum it for a couple of seconds, keep tapping the point. And then stop, count rapidly from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rapidly. And then stop and hum. And then release. And just bring to mind your problem again. Bring to mind the problem. And although we didn't scale it at the beginning, just perhaps give it a scale from 1 to 10. Perhaps it's changed a little bit. Perhaps it's shifted it a little bit. Okay, we only did it a couple of rounds. So this is something that you can practice at home. So my printer ran out of paper, so I haven't got the sequence, but I'll either email it to you. If I haven't got your email, I'll bring it next week. Okay. Everybody doing okay with that? Yeah? Feeling okay? Yeah? Okay, so that's it for this session. So just remember what I said about Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. It is a full practice. You can try it if you want, but I was trying to do it in stages. So thank you very much. See you next week.